What's up, Transformers fans? Mondo here. Well, we did it. This is week 26, which means it's the halfway point of Moonbase 84's year-long celebration, celebrating 40 years of Grimlock and the Dinobots. For last week's video, I shared with you guys my top 5 Grimlock grails, and for this week, I'm going to be sharing one that would have made that list, but I had picked them up before I made that video, and that is the Planet X Cacus, or Cacus, which is definitely not IDW Grimlock. And as you can see by the packaging, he is a pretty beefy and big fellow. The box barely fits in my review station, but I do love the packaging. You get this great picture of the Grimlock figure, Planet X PX CO4, which is, his model number, Cacus or Cacus. And yeah, he's pretty cool. I did open him up just to check him out, make sure everything was good on him, but that's all I did, and I put him right back in the box. And I've been excited to get my hands on him. I've wanted to get my hands on him for a while, so I'm going to take him out and we're going to check him out pretty much together. And here is Cacus out of his packaging, and I am going to say Cacus when referring to his actual official name instead of Cacus, because I'm not going to go back and forth. I'm going with Cacus. He's definitely not looking anything like IDW Grimlock. But anyway, I just want to go over what you get besides the figure out of the package. I love the trading cards. Well, when figures come with trading cards, and you get a Cacus trading card, and you get his tech specs and Cacus in beast mode. And also what I really like is the instruction pamphlet. There's instructions, but the front is like a little poster of that same box art, which is definitely a keeper for me. I keep my instructions anyway, but I think I kind of want to get this mounted or something to go with, like, my Grimlock / Dinobot display. You get that. You also get a set of red hands, because IDW Grim had red hands and you can swap them out. I think I'm going to keep the black. It just doesn't, I prefer the black. The red just doesn't do it for me as much as the black. You get, this is weird why you didn't get two, but you get 2 little claws. Or no, 1 little claw, I just said 2. You get 1 little claw, which is to replace one of these guys here if it should break. I thought it was cool they included that, but weird they did not include 2. You also get the little insert for his battery, because he has a light up feature in Dino mode. I'm going to say right now, I apologize, I won't be showing that because I ordered the batteries a little too late and they're not here yet, so I can't show it off. And I wanted to do him for the halfway point of the celebration, so we're not going to let a little light up feature hold us back. And I thought this was interesting. You get 2 in this bag. You get 2 like shoulder replacements, they appear to be, for up here. So yeah, maybe there's an issue with those that I don't know about. I'm going to look into that. Maybe I should replace them right off the bat, or maybe they're prone to breakage. Something I have to look into. And for more accessories, you get his sword, which is done in nice red and gold hilt and handle. Really nice detail. And transparent, like yellowish, goldish plastic. Really nice. I really like this sword. And then of course you get the Grimlock tried and true double barrel blaster rifle, and it's got some nice hits of red in there and some nice detail. So that's everything you get in the set. And now we'll take a closer look at definitely not Grim himself. And as for Grimlock himself, this figure to me is absolutely beautiful. He's a big, beefy, chunky Grimlock in robot mode, and that's what we want from our Grimlocks. I love all the details and the color, the silvers and the darker silvers playing off the gold. And we'll take a closer look. Pardon me if I struggle a little bit, because I said he is a little big and beefy. So we're gonna adjust the camera up a little so we can take a closer look at that head sculpt. And there it is. You got the red in the eyes. Definitely, oh no, I should say no, definitely doesn't look anything like IDW Grimlock, but yeah, we know it does. Nice sculpted detail on the sides. Yeah, just a really nice, cool Grimlock head. Up on top, You can see that nice gold and all that nice detail with the silver like pipes. Really nice. And then the chest, once again in gold with some clear plastic. You see all that nice detail in the chest. And as you come down, you get into some more reds on the torso, the crotch piece. Again, all really nice detail, like some black or maybe dark gunmetal, but I'm gonna say black. Down to some more silvers and the gold feet. On the side here, you get the nice gold detail here, some more red. And then on the back, of course, get them around here, the traditional Grimlock backpack, and we'll see more of that obviously in T-Rex mode. But yeah, a really, really, really nice figure. Articulation wise, his head does swivel side to side. He can look up, he can look down, but he can also rotate on a hinge as well, so you can get more up, get a little more down. And his little ear antenna do articulate for some reason, but that's cool. He's got a lot of nice stiff ratchets. You hear those? So swivels. You can hear the strong click. Does the T. And again, some of these might be extra stiff because I literally just took him out of the box. Nice double jointed elbow. Goes about that far. And you get the bicep swivel, wrist swivel, articulated thumb. Can you see that? And fingers, which is really cool. And his wrist doesn't do that as well besides swivel. He's got like an action figure type torso where it can rock, which is really cool. And he actually has an ab crunch, which is wild to me. You don't get a lot of Transformers that do that, even unofficial ones. And he does have a waist, but on mine it's really tight. I'm gonna have to work on loosening it up, but it is there. We'll get his arm out of the way. Get these panels pop up. Can you still see? And he can kick forward, I think. He should be able to. Man, that's tight. This panel. Oh, there we go. Really, like I said, again, I just got him out of the box, but he kicks. Really strong ratchets. He does the splits. And then he does have the thigh. I'm trying to keep this all on camera. That disengaged. Just there we go. That's a knee to like there, so that's cool. And then he does have what the hell? Oh, he does have a knee or foot articulation. Go up and down, rocker, and then in the back you have this panel that can be used to help support him like a rocker for the back. So yeah, he is loaded with articulation. Just a matter of getting him loosened up a little bit. So really nice. Of course, you can arm him up and he can hold his weapons. They tab in, or yes. What you do, tab it in like so. Flip the wrist around. That joint, you got to get it to the right click. There we go. And then of course you can do the same thing with the sword. Does that tab in? Oh. There's also a magnet on the sword. Again, apologies, that's to activate the light up feature in Dino mode. But you can give him the sword like so. Oh, it tabs in somehow. Oh, I see. There we go. Wrap the fingers around. And there you go. Now he's armed up. And now, as always, I'm going to get him transformed up into T-Rex mode, and we will take a closer look at that. And here's Cacus Grimlock all transformed up into Dino mode. And real quick, I wanted to mention that I do try to get these anniversary episodes up every Sunday. Sometimes I miss the mark. This one will be up on Monday. If you're watching this now on Monday, this is it's when it first aired. And that is solely because of the transformation on this guy. I knew going in, because I've watched reviews, because he's been out for quite a while, for years, that he was a pain in the butt to transform. A lot of clearance, a lot of tolerance issues and things like that, and it took me forever, even with watching a video. The video, they were struggling to transform it, and in hand, they did a much better job than me. In hand, it was a pain. Everything has to be lined up perfectly to get all connected, on top of all the problems of yanking pieces around and things, and if it's not, you got to pull it apart and find out what you did wrong. So it put me behind. So I had to wait. I needed the extra day. I got him transformed up late last night, went to bed, and said I will do the dino mode segment in the morning. And again, that's the main shame of the figure, is the transformation, because again, there's clearance and tolerance issues and things, and you have to yank, twist, prod to get pieces to get over each other, mainly in this back section. And I just fear that eventually something will snap. You're putting a lot of pressure on a lot of pieces and a lot of joints, and that's another thing. Some pieces that easily pop off do when you're transforming him. Those pieces aren't broken, but they like to pop off, making it even more frustrating. And I just worry about how it'll hold up over multiple transformations. For the Dino mode itself, what you get after all that frustration is really, really awesome. As you can see here, he's big, beefy, modern T-Rex, as opposed to like the G1 Grimlock, of course, and looking very much like IDW Grimlock. Don't tell Hasbro. But he's awesome. All the colors, you know, from the robot mode mostly carry over, with the silvers and the grays, and it's got a nice metallic sheen to it. You get the nice golds, you get the nice, taking a closer look, gold under the neck. I love that, all the wiring and things. You get nice silver teeth. There's a look at that head, really, really cool. Try to get it all in here. Top nice and clean and smooth. Some nice paneling and detail work. Nice silver tail. You get the gold on the knee, and of course here we saw that's his robot arm, so underneath really clean. But yeah, for all of its frustrations and worrisome parts, it turns out to be a beautiful T-Rex mode. Articulation wise, he is loaded in T-Rex mode. His head can look up and down slightly. It goes side to side, which I love. Swivels here. It can look up here at this joint, and of course articulated jaw. You got his little dino arms on a ball joint with an elbow, finger movement. It's hard to get a hold of. He's a big boy. Ratcheted legs, of course, because they're the arms. Toes are individually articulated. Does swivel. What I like is how articulated the tail is. You got all these segments, so you can get some nice movement of the tail, side to side. Does it rotate? No, it does not, but still, every segment is articulated. Really cool. Real quick, I also wanted to point out, when I was going to stay, he gets his balance. You got to get him just right to get him to stay as well. Not a gripe, just something to point out. But when I showed off what he came with, I had like a toe claw, and I thought it was an extra for some reason, because we got the extra shoulder pieces. I thought it was this piece, but in fact, I noticed while I was transforming him, it was a missing toe here. It must have fell off in the packaging, in the box, because as well, in the box, this battery cover likes to pop off easy, and that was off too, and the insert where you put the battery. And again, sorry, my batteries didn't show up on time. It would have been cool to show the light up feature, but when I display figures, a lot of times I take the batteries out anyway, because I don't want to forget them and have that like blow up effect where they get all their gunk everywhere. So all in all, the Planet X Cacus, definitely not IDW Grimlock, is I have mixed feelings about him. Both the robot mode and the dino mode are beautiful. They're incredible. Nice articulation. I mean, they're loaded with articulation. They both look fantastic. They look like what they're supposed to look like, the IDW Grimlock. Awesome. No worries there. The accessories are cool. The sword, the gun, It's nice they included the extra shoulder pieces just in case, but that makes me worry about quality too. Or maybe, like, again, I'll have to look and see if it was a defect, so they knew a known defect, so they gave you them anyway. The light up feature is nice. I mean, nice inclusion, but all that great stuff is hindered by the transformation. It's just not very good engineering. You shouldn't have to put so much force and twist and everything to clear things. Mostly it's like I said, this section to get around these legs to fold that up, and it's just very worrisome. There's two thin parts now that are behind the leg that you have to lock in here, putting a lot of pressure on them while you're trying to finagle all this, and those I could see snapping first. And it's a shame you have to have all of that worrisome stuff and frustrating stuff going on to get between the two beautiful modes. With that being said, this wraps up week 26 of our year-long celebration, celebrating 40 years of Grimlock and the Dinobots. We're halfway there, but we're still going. Until next time, thanks for docking.